Hello everyone, my name is What You Really Don't Care My Name Is, and this is my review for Avengers Infinity War. Uh, I am both exhausted and I am emotionally drained after what happened last night. Even after getting home, even after just getting a 5 hours of sleep, I'm still drained after what happened last night. I'll tell you, I was not expecting some of the stuff that I saw in the film, but I understand what the ending was about. I just hope that the next Avengers movie will not take, a few years to already be ready. Hopefully, it will be next year. Uh, so all we can do is wait. So, anyways, let's talk about this film without going into too much spoilers because I don't want to ruin this for you guys. It is a good film. It does have its flaws, but it's a very good film. It's been 10 years in the making, guys. It's all been leading up to Infinity Wars. Here we are. So let's talk about it. The story of this film, as you pretty much got from the trailer, is our heroes trying to stop Thanos from assembling the 6 Infinity Stones so he can wipe out half the galaxy. And what I like about the story is we have all of these characters, all of our favorite Marvel characters, all coming together in this story. And it's separated into, from what I've gathered, into four, but later three, and later, just two stories. Once we got everyone together, and I like how well it's paced, especially where we have everybody coming together, realizing the threat of Thanos and what they need to do to keep the stones out of his reach. So I like the fact that the story's able to pace itself well. I was a little worried because you're bringing all these characters together. I'm thinking 2 hours and 30 minutes. Is that enough time for everybody to get their screen time? And sure enough, yes, the story does a very good job keeping itself from wasting too much time in one area and in another area. We're given enough time with all these characters. We're given enough time to see the story, how it's going, what's going on with everybody, and all seeing it come together. So it does a very good job at telling the story. And if you don't come into this movie without knowing what's going to happen, which is very good, you're going to be like super hooked on this. I'll tell you right now, I was very hooked on this film because I really wanted to know how things were going to go, if everyone was going to survive, what was going to happen. And sure enough, that's exactly what I got. And man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this film. It does leave you emotionally wrecked by the end of it because like with everything that's happened, like you are so committed to this film because you've been committed for 10 years for the whole Marvel film, so you're hoping that it all goes well, but it ends differently. It ends in a different way than we saw in Age of Ultron, than we saw in the first Avengers movie. In fact, this is completely different from all the other Avengers movies. The ending is just completely different, and it's actually not bad. Some people in the audience were a little confused about what the ending meant. I got an idea what it meant, and hopefully with part 2 we'll get more information for those who don't know. The other thing is there's only one post credit. There's no mid credit. I'm just spoiling that for you guys because if you guys don't want to stick around for that long, fine. I'm just letting you know there is one post credit, and it's setting up for the next film. So curious to see how that's gonna go. So yeah, the story's not bad. It's told very well. I don't find much flaws with it. I think the only thing is just the fact that the ending, yeah, just need to explain that a little bit better for those who obviously are not familiar with it. But nonetheless, it's a very good story, and it's backed up very well with amazing characters. All of our favorite Marvel characters coming together. Clearly, one of them, my favorite. I liked how this whole thing went, and I like the interaction between all these characters, Iron Man, Star-Lord, and Doctor Strange. It was also fun to seeing, Bruce Banner interacting with all the other characters again, including Black Panther, and Thor interacting with the Guardians of the Galaxy. So it was very cool. It was a lot of fun seeing all these characters because I bet everybody didn't expect it. I mean, 10 years ago, did you ever expect all these characters to come together? And now 10 years later, here they all are coming together. It's great. I like all these characters, and I couldn't find anything wrong. They had very good chemistry with one another. It was a good humor with all of them, and also some serious moments, and like they play off each other very well when it comes to those moments, and it's still very well. and I would go into more details, but I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Are there any problems with any of the characters? Just the villains, just the 4 villains that are with Thanos, except for one, the psychic guy. Uh, I think you'll know who it is, but I can't find the name of him. But right now he's the only thing I liked about the other about the 4 characters that Thanos brought with him. But there isn't a lot of time they're given. There's not much development with them. There's not a lot of time we're given with them to know who they are. They're just the henchmen of Thanos, and that's it. The only character from this film that I like the most, of course, is the villain, is Thanos. Thanos, I gotta tell you, Thanos to me, when we first met him, it was at the end of the Avengers movie, and then in the Guardians of the Galaxy, we see him in the film, but we're not given much time with him. We're not given a lot of time with him until finally we get to this film. There's a lot of character development with Thanos, and I actually liked how well it's done. That's actually the problem with the other Marvel villains that were not developed very well. I wish we were given a little more development with them. I wish we were given more time with them, and I wish they would not have been killed off, because it would have been very interesting to see how well they would play off for the next films they would probably be in. But no, with Thanos, it's different. Thanos is the big guy. He's the big threat to the Avengers. I like how he's developed, especially when he's interacting with, say, Gamora. The history between him and Gamora, I actually do like that. And we see the lengths he'll go through just to get the stones, and the lives who he has to kill, and just make them suffer just to get his way. I like how well that's all done. And Thanos, man, he's probably my favorite villain now. I like Loki, but no, Thanos is now the #1 villain on my list. So, in the Marvel universe at least. So yeah, I liked how well he was developed. I had no issue with him at all. It's just his henchmen that I had a problem with. They were not given enough time. They're just thrown in there just to fight the Avengers and then be killed off. So, oh yeah, the spoilers there. But let's be honest. How many here thought they were gonna actually live? But there is one other thing I will say. The ending, though, you better explain that a little bit, because we need to know how this is going to play out for part 2. Alright, so what about the special effects? How about the fighting scenes and everything? How are they? Are they good? Were they bad? Special effects, I will say, were done very well, especially when we see our characters going to different places in the world, and when we see them fighting as well. The designs for Thanos' henchmen and the creatures that serve him as well, his ships, it's actually it's done very well. I actually liked it a lot. I especially like the new iron suit that Iron Man has. Man, he just keeps coming with new ones. I don't know if that's like the Endosim outfit that he uses in the comics. It could be a little bit connected to that, but either way, it still looks good. Yes, we do see Spider-Man in his iron suit, but you could tell, I don't know why. I think it just looks it looks fine, but I kind of prefer the other suit. Other than that, I do like the fights in this film. It's done very well, especially when we get to the fight on Wakanda. Like, man, it's done very well. Although I do question some of the decisions our heroes have made during that fight, but who am I to judge? But yeah, this was a good special effects. There were some flaws here and there, but they're just minor. Really not that much of a problem. So yeah, I think that's... Oh, and the stones, all of them. All the stones look very beautiful in the Infinity Gauntlet. I need that gauntlet. I need it! Hopefully I can find it today on Comic-Con. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this film, leave some comments below, let me know what you think. And yes, this film, The Avengers Infinity Wars, is very good. I like this film. It was well done. It's been 10 years in the making. So I will say, if you're a fan of Marvel and you want to go check it out, go ahead. But I warn you, be prepared to be emotionally drained. I'm just telling you right now. But if you want to take this with your kids, I would probably recommend not, because there's yeah, it's probably not going to be good for them. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, if you have a different opinion, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page. Check out my Twitter page. And I'll be here next time, guys, to give you more love and more entertainment. I'm going to be at Comic-Con for the next 3 days. So if I do something live, Check it out on Facebook, on my Facebook page, or if I do a live for YouTube, you'll know about it. So take care, guys. See y'all next time. We'll give you more love and more entertainment. Bye.